We love hip hop.
All right. We back at it. It's your boy Friday, Ricky Dread, here with some more interviews for your head top. We got an international man that's in the building today. We're in this undisclosed mansion on the video shoot here. And I want to get familiar with this gentleman here. So with no further ado, we have Dr. Zeus in the building.
Yo, what's up? What's good, bro?
Welcome to Toronto. Toronto, man.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah. How has the trip been so far? Have you come like straight to the location?
Basically, I literally got off a flight last night from the UK. I had a direct flight from London straight to Toronto when I got off the plane. And here I am today, you know. My timing's already messed up and everything. I literally went to bed at 12 last night.
Yeah.
I got up at 4 in the morning. I don't know why or how, but, you know, and I'm here now, my puffy eyes and everything, you know what I'm saying, on the shoot.
It's the life, man.
Yeah, man, it's the life.
Yeah, and you know, from what I've been able to do, because I'm just getting familiar right now, right?
Yeah.
But you're from the UK.
Yeah, I'm born and brought up in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
My folks are from North India, Punjab.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's like I'm Indian, but a British Indian.
Yeah.
You know, and growing up in the UK, producing music was like, for me, it was like I would be listening to hip hop in one room. My parents would have some Bollywood going on in the other room, and it was like, you can imagine, and my brothers would have some other kind of pop music going on. You know, it was madness, like, you know, so it was just, music was just in my life, you know, from start. You know?
Yeah. And with the UK, like, I know the UK is like a big place, right?
Yeah.
So what area in the UK for our international fans?
I'm from a city called Birmingham, which is about an hour and a half's drive from London.
Okay.
I mean, it's probably the best place in the world for me, Birmingham, you know. It's my hometown, West Midlands. And I rep it quite hard. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, you know, I know you got the people that from London and everything and the king or the queens there and whatever, but the hustle and bustle is kind of like, I always compare it like London is like New York City and it's kind of rushy. Everybody's, you know, in a rush to make money or whatever, going to work and whatever. With LA and Birmingham is like LA, it's just kick back. You get what I'm saying? Everybody's relaxed, chilled. Everybody's on the flow, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And with the music that I'm hearing today, because you have a song here featuring Pressa that I've been hearing like playing over and over again because you guys are shooting the video, right?
Yeah.
From my perspective, I'm hearing like a mix of hip hop with like a Punjabi style in it, right?
With kind of with elements of Indian kind of sounds, whether it's like a little tiny bit of a flute, just giving you that little hint of my culture coming through. Because that's what, for me, this is what this record is about. Like we have Pressa, who's like doing really well in Toronto and American stuff, is on tour with 50 and whatever, you know. And then we've got Lady Leisha, who's from the UK, and she's like proper popular and she's an amazing artist more than anything. And then we got Divine from Mumbai.
Okay.
Who's kind of like on top of the game there when it comes to rap. And he's kind of, I think he's signed with Nas's label, Mass Appeal.
Oh.
So we've got, what I'm trying to bring together here is like different parts of the world on one record. And just little hints of our culture coming through, whether it's from Pressa's side, whether it's from my side, what I feel musically. Because I make beats. I don't really rap or anything or do anything vocally. I just strictly love making music. So for me, it was very important to get the right people on this beat to make the right thing shine in the right way. Like I always believe music is a universal language. You don't necessarily need to understand what the Indian brother is saying, but you will feel his flow through the beat. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I want to push more than anything. You know, I want to show that, like, you know, if you guys can accept the language Spanish in your music and make it commercial, you know, the culture I come from, Punjabi culture, is such a fun-loving culture. I'm sure you guys can accept that as well. You know what I'm saying?
And one thing I noticed with the Punjabi music scene, can we talk about like just the the trajectory, the upward trajectory of the Punjabi music scene.
Yeah.
Like it's grown over the years.
Oh yeah, man. It's like, I'll be honest with you, it's been growing since the 80s. You get me? And it's only now because maybe it's more to do with easy access on internet. You know, you could easily, there was a time where you were selling CDs and records, and if you weren't from that territory, you weren't really hearing that tune.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But now it's like, you can access music from any part of the world. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's really excelled Punjabi culture when it comes to music and entertainment.
Yeah.
Because we're not only just growing on the music side, we're also growing on the movie side as well. Like the movie business has become amazing. You know, they had the Bollywood thing going on in India anyway, but we now have we now have our own little film industry that is just giving everybody a run for their money and making the same kind of money that all the big movies are making, you know? So it's happening on both sides. So I think the internet's to blame for that.
Yeah. And even like you mentioned with the Punjabi movie scene, right? I was speaking with an artist also from the UK, but originally from here, an artist named Roach Killer.
Yeah, he's my homie.
Right?
Roach,
Salute to Roach Killer.
Yeah.
And he explained to him and Blitz, they explained to me how the music is made first and then the movie is made to the music. Bollywood music. Is that like pop?
Bollywood is like Hollywood. That's what's called Bollywood.
Yeah,
it's
I know
from
that.
B-Town, Bombay, right? So Bollywood music is like film music, like movies.
But the movies are musicals, bro. If
Yeah,
you ever
they're
watch a Bollywood
There's
movie,
like
it's a
5
musical.
songs in like an hour and a half.
Yeah, like the movie is built around the music.
Yeah, so
you know what I'm saying?
the movie sells because of the music.
Yeah.
So the music is actually the real thing.
Oh, so the music is sold separately too.
Yeah, that's what sells
That's
the
what
film.
sells. That's what sells the film.
Heck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If there's no songs in the film, a lot of people won't watch it.
Like we've gotten approached to do Bollywood films, and before the film's even shot, they want the soundtrack
They
done.
want the soundtrack.
Yeah,
they have
and
to
they
do
give
the
you a
lip singing.
scenario like, okay, the guy's saying this and the girl's feeling this kind of emotion. So can you write something
This is a
according,
gangster
according
movie
to
where
this?
the guy does this.
So it's not just a random song
And you have to
selection
do
like,
that.
yo, here. It's you write. Majority of the time, it's for the scenario.
Yeah. Where in terms of Hollywood, where they'll make the film and they'll be like, yo, what songs fit the vibe of the film?
Yeah.
In Bollywood, it's more like, yo, listen, this is a musical. So we need y'all to make a soundtrack. And then we're going to build a movie around it.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yep.
Is it the same when it comes to the Punjabi movie scene as well?
Yeah. 9 times out of 10, like when I do a lot of music for Bollywood movies, a lot of music for Punjabi movies, and a lot of the time, if they like something, they will make that song fit in that movie with whatever means. You know, they will kind of just twist the story a little bit to put that song in there.
Yeah.
Or they'll use it as a promotional tool. Music is a key factor when it comes to movies because that's the first thing that they promote in order to create the awareness for the movie.
Is the soundtrack.
Yeah, the soundtrack comes out like 2 months, 3 months prior before the movie drops.
Interesting.
So they blow up the soundtrack and it builds up to the trailer dropping for the movie, and then the movie, bam, and it's just mad sales, like, you know, just madness.
That's fascinating, man. Yeah.
And in Bollywood and in India, we don't tend to take our time, man. You know, like they have 30 to 40 days tops of shooting a movie, and it's wrapped up in 40 to 30 days, and then move on to the next movie. So in essence, they're clocking like about maybe 20 movies in a year with their eyes closed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because like the average movie is usually taking like 6 months in Hollywood.
Yeah. Some movies, I mean, in Hollywood, they take years, you know, like to make and stuff. My man's, they're just out there clocking them like for joke. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
crazy.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
And I was, you know, from my research and even having some conversations over here on the set, they're saying that you're the Dr. Dre. Big salute to the sponsors, Diamond Club, with delivery all over the GTA and now all across Canada. They got the best selection of flour, edibles, and pens, and all types of goodies that you need. You can find them on their Instagram page, DiamondClub_Canada, or you can find them on the 7 Days of Weed app as well as the Leafy Things app. Let them know that you heard about them through the We Love Hip Hop Network, and they may give you a discount. Big salute to Diamond Club. Cheer!
Yeah, I mean, look, this is what this. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've always looked up to Dr. Dre, you know, his music, and it's always like a compliment when someone says that to me. But I'm kind of far from it because there's only gonna be one Dr. Dre, if you know what I mean. And yes, I did put the Doctor in front of Zeus because I was a big fan, and that was like 20 odd years back. Yeah. When I did that, I was fairly young as well. Man, maybe if I was to do it now, I wouldn't do that now. You get what I'm saying?
Wait. Is it after the Dr. Zeus character?
Yeah, well, but the cap with the hat. So I was wearing a cap, and I always keep my head covered because I'm Punjabi as well. I'm Sikh, so I keep my head covered. You know what I mean? Even though I don't wear the traditional turban, you know, I still have my hair that's long, you know, and so I still kind of go with certain values with my culture and stuff, you know. But yeah, I mean, back to the music is because maybe I've been doing it for so many years, like 20 years plus I've been doing music now on the scene, and it's not like I've had any kind of, I mean, everybody has ups and downs in their careers, but I've kind of been consistent. With putting songs out, and I've worked with a lot of big artists. I've done a song with Snoop Dogg. So this will be my second kind of collaboration where I'm trying to bring cultures together. My first song was Woofer, a song called Woofer with Snoop Dogg, and a Punjabi singer. And then I had an actress in there as well, Nargis Fakri. You know what I mean? So it was a mad collaboration, and that's currently sitting on over 100 million streams and stuff, you know?
I see the music video views and the streams. I'm like, wait a minute, is that 100 million views? Like,
I mean, look, if you compare it in a comparison, like my music it's strictly sold with the Indian fan base, you know. So if you look at the population of India, if you pop one song off in India, like nationally pop it off, you don't even need to step out of India. You're making so much change. You're dealing with a population of 1.3 billion people. So if you got one smash hit, like it's kind of, you become a star over that.
You don't really need to like.
You don't even need to leave. Like I've spoke to enough actors that says, hey, why don't you ever try do this Hollywood thing and come in a Hollywood movie because you're there, you're on par with them guys. And they're like, no, man, we're kings in our own field, man. We don't need to go there. Why we want to be a small fish in a big pond? You know what I mean? When we're like the biggest fish in our pond. You know what I mean?
No, that's crazy. So even like the people who do attempt to blow up in the States, let's say, what kind of pushback usually happens? Because, and I'm gonna ask you again that question, because the States, they're not really diverse, I feel like, in the culture, right? Like, obviously they have a lot of different cultures there, but it's like black, white, Spanish, right? So then automatically they see somebody who's South Asian, you just fall into other.
No, man, I don't really, to be honest with you, I don't really follow people in that sense. Like, I try to create, every time I do something, when I'm in a studio and I've got my like creative mind on, I always try to create something where I could keep my inheritance in the sound. The song can be totally English or totally Spanish or totally Punjabi, you know. But I would want to keep musically, I would want to add something, even if it's so subtle, you know, to keep it there. And I would want to see myself more as a trendsetter than like following people and what they do, because a lot of that shit happens in our industry, you know. You pop off a certain sound and everybody's fucking copying it, you know. Everybody's copying it like for joke, you know. And it's like, it gets a bit irritating. It's like, is that all we're worth, man? You know, we can't think beyond that, you know. And so I always like to think that, no, man, I appreciate what my man is doing. You're doing fucking amazing, and I love the sound you got, but I'm not going to copy it just for adding up my numbers because you've created something, you know. That's your sound. What I can do is just keep giving my sound and keeping myself current and keep creating, you know. And trend setting.
Oh, that's real talk right there. And, you know, just the way that you produce, right? Are you going in there and like cranking out a beat just like how long does it take to put together like one of your smashes, let's say?
I'll give you an example. Like, I hate recording vocals because man, them come in and they want to spend 2 hours recording vocals. In 2 hours, I'm brain dead just pressing record and stop, record and stop. I could be building your song. If you send me your vocal, them 2 hours, I could be so fresh and I could have your beat made, and all it's a case of is copying and pasting.
Yeah.
And then you sit on the song for a few days, you play it to a few people, and then and you can find corrections, or you think, no man, this sounds banging. You know, and sometimes, I mean, I've done songs where I've spent 4 weeks on a song, and then I've done 4 hours on a song. Guess which one was the banger?
The 4 hour.
That's the one, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something, when it's going to come together, this is just thing that I always say music is the language of, the only language you can connect with God. You know, music for me is like, so when you really connect and you're in that zone, everything comes out. You only realize what you've done after, when you're not in that zone.
Yeah.
And you're maybe listening back to it in the car with your missus or with your kids or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Getting their feedback. You only really realize what you've made then. And then you can't replicate that again in the studio. You cannot. You could catch another vibe, which is just going to be just as energetic as the last one.
Yeah.
And you'll be creating something brand new again. And that's how I like to work all the time, you know?
Yeah.
So it's always fresh, you know? Anyone who comes in, like, I do get them people, like I'm just explaining, if I make a banger for one Indian artist, I'll get about 20 Indian artists saying, I'm going to pay you.
Make me another one like that.
Yeah, make me one like that. And I'm like, I just made you something badass, something that's out the box, and you don't want this.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. So I just take the money.
Yeah.
Right? And then I take a bit of flack from my fans and say, hey man, that beat sounds the same as the last one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you get me? But I know I can switch it up anytime. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, with God's grace, I end up doing that anyway. So, you know.
Yeah. No, I dig it. I dig it. I have some more open-ended questions before we end our conversation here. Cause
Okay.
I really want to tap in and do a full interview with you where we go through like your history from the beginning to now and all that, right? But like, even on a more open-ended thing, right? As a producer in this game, I see like the hip hop, like we're in 2023 right now. There's been one song that has touched the top of the Billboard charts. Okay. And I'm seeing a bunch of different YouTube videos talking about that hip hop is dying, hip hop is dead.
Yeah.
Why do you think that there's been a lack of Billboard hip hop albums and hits?
I think everybody's just it's all sounding monotonous, isn't it? Like for me, everything is kind of monotonous. You know, like you got your mans that use your auto-tuner on their voices, and then okay, that's fair play. That's just a tool that you can use on your voice, and you can pretty much, your voice is different to everybody else's, so that you're still gonna sound unique. I get that, but everybody beat-wise is doing the same thing, using these 808s and stuff. 808s are great, man. They're amazing. But I mean, I can't help it and think that the hip hop that was being made from your Tupacs to your Biggies and your Jay-Z's and stuff and your Kanye, that was the real hip hop for me.
Yeah.
There's no mumble fucking rapping going on, you know. None of that. I mean, anybody just like, it's just about flows. Then you don't necessarily need to understand the words.
Yeah.
Hip hop for me was about freedom of speech. You know, a person portrayed their frustration or they poured their soul, they poured their heart out, you know, through rap. You know, and it's not that element. It's somewhere along the lines has got fucking lost.
Yeah.
With the youth them now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like all they want to hear is an 808, as long as a sub is pumping in the car and that. What, you know what I mean? You know, I mean, it's cool. It's great. It was great at first, but everybody doing the same thing, man. And now what I'm hearing now, it's the old 80s, the 90s hip hop samples that are getting picked back up.
Yeah.
And I mean, originally you're going back to the original music again, ain't you? Which is real music, you know?
But looping it, basically.
Yeah. So a lot of it's down to all these sample kits being out and man's, you know, just having easy access. They don't have to go to a producer and pay so much money to become an artist. They're just buying a sample kit CD for like, I don't know, $11, $20, and they got one sick ass beat on and the rest are whack. And they're using that because it's royalty free.
Yeah.
And it's just giving easy access to everybody and everything, you know, and it's just chaos. That's what I think. It's just chaos. That's what's happened to rap. It's become chaos. That would be the correct term. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you just like, you just hit me with the sample free beats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
That's what's
that
happening.
goes crazy on the internet.
Yeah, that's what's happening, bro. That's exactly what's happening, man. And it's kind of sad because there's some real dangerous people out there when it comes to making music, man. You know, like real musicians that have got no work anymore. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And anyone who did do something in the past, most likely they got ripped off by the record company, signing away everything. They were publishing and then whatever they played, whatever they wrote on the song, you know? So it's one of them ones, you know, hard to kind of, like, when there was record companies, there was a bit of control over material, what was coming out. You know, there was A&R people, they were picking songs.
Yeah.
You know, that had certain knack for picking songs and say, nah, this will work. Now it's just freelance. Anybody could chuck out anything and anything is working.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
It's almost like they want
We're
to,
living in a crazy time, bro.
almost like we want to bring back gatekeeping or something. Like, damn, maybe we needed to put some gates on this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Listen, Dr. Zeus, man. I really, like I said, want to do a part 2.
Yeah,
maybe
man.
when I'm in the UK. You know what I'm saying?
100%, bro. It'd be my pleasure to have you down, bro.
You know, when I do get out there,
Yeah.
who should I be checking for besides tapping in with you? Who should I be checking for in the music scene out there?
There's a few people out there. There's a few artists out there in the UK that are kind of like doing good. They're coming up on the scene. But I gotta be honest with you, a lot of the cats, the new cats are coming. A lot of the good music is really coming from Canada sides at the moment.
Okay.
Right, so you're really very much in the hub of where the action is happening, you know.
Dope.
You've got great producers here like Deep, Jandu, you know, Icky. You know, they'll do fantastic music. You get what I'm saying? So you're very much in the hub of where it's really happening, you know?
Yeah.
If it was like, we're talking 10 years back, I would have said definitely UK. You get what I'm saying? Because that was the hub of where the shit was coming from. You get me? But at the moment, I would say it's from here.
Damn. Hey, listen, you heard it from Dr.
You
Zeus,
get me,
man.
bro.
I'm in the right place at the right time right now, man.
Yeah, man.
Listen, I enjoyed having this short conversation,
Yeah, man.
but
Thank
I
you
feel
so much,
nutritious conversation with
Yeah,
you.
man. I would wish to have another longer conversation with you very soon, bro.
Yeah,
And we can go into depth and stuff, you know?
exactly. Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
What do you got coming up like that? Like, what do you got coming down the pipeline, at least for the next few months?
I got a few Bollywood projects that I'm working on that are coming out in movies. I've got my own channel, obviously, so I put my own music out with different artists. And then we've got this Pressa song with Lady Leisha and Divine coming soon. I just keep working, bro. I have about 250 beats under my belt at this moment, bro.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? And they're all different. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Give you some of that traditional shit as well, bro.
Listen, man, that's what we need. And I'm now that I'm tapped in, I'm going to be looking forward to everything that this gentleman has coming down the pipeline.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Thank you for having this conversation with me.
Thank you for having me, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
Another conversation, another dope one in the vault right here. IGs, anywhere where you want people to find you.
Yeah, Dr. Zeus World is my IG. Twitter is, I think, the same as well. I'm not really socially active, but yeah, you know, from my 70s, baby, bro.
Yeah, listen,
You know
and
what I'm
if y'all want to tap in, get some production, have your bag right.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Have your bag ready, and it's got to be a big bag. Trust me, bro.
Yeah. No 3 or 4 figure thing. I know this man is not dealing with no small bags, right?
Yeah, man.
But big salute, Dr. Zeus
Thank you
in the
so much,
building.
bro. Bless.
Another one in the vault. We are off of this. Deuces.
We love hip hop.